Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, October 3rd, 2017. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. The great American author Sean Patrick once said that success is equal to expectations met, and there aren't too many athletes in the sport who have higher expectations heaped onto their shoulders right now than Mamdou Elsbaye, or as he's known to his legions of fans around the world, Big Ramy. This weekend, while most of the bodybuilding world had their eyes glued on the action that was unfolding out at the Prague Pro, Ramy was busy getting back to business in typical Big Ramy fashion. Early Sunday, new update photos were released that showed a fuller and maybe even slightly tighter version of Ramy, giving fans a sneak peek at what he's doing to get going for this coming off-season, where he has to be considered a heavy favorite for next year's Mr. Olympia. Regardless of how things wind up shaking out, a rested and ready Big Ramy will still be a force to be reckoned with anywhere he decides to compete. And you know that when he hits the stage in front of that sold-out crowd, come Olympia time next year, the place is going to boil over with a fever pitch. Big Ramy isn't the only one fueling the fire set to take place at this weekend's Kuwait Pro. Early Saturday, men's physique rookie phenom Sergi Constance announced that he'd be pushing the chips to the center of the table as well this weekend. A few weeks removed from a disappointing 12th place finish at his first career Olympia, it looks like Constance has recharged the batteries, cured whatever was ailing him, and heading into this weekend's events with the confidence at an all-time high. Despite the fact that he missed his mark at the Olympia on more than one occasion this year, we've seen Sergi Constance prove that he's got the tools to stand in there and outslug some of the toughest men's physique athletes in the business. So if he can find a way to get that Sergi Constance to the stage in Kuwait this weekend, this is a guy who has a legitimate shot to leave out there with a win in his pocket. I'm a firm believer in the idea that life isn't so much about the harvest you reap every day. It's more about the amount of seeds you plant that end up bearing fruit sometime down the road. And apparently, rising figure standout Melissa Bumstead shares that same philosophy. A few weeks removed from getting the ultimate learning experience at her first Olympia outing, the dynamic second-year pro is already back to work planting the seeds for a stellar 2018 campaign. Over the weekend, a very sharp-looking Bumstead was spotted knocking out a couple of tough training sessions as she slowly works her way into phase one of her off-season program. Despite only having 4 pro outings on her resume, you can already see that Bumstead is one of a group of young athletes who has a world of talent at her disposal. And I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if we saw her pop up and start really making some noise at some point during the early part of next season. They say that repetition is the mother of skill, and when you're an athlete with about 10 million reps under your belt like Jose Raymond, well, I guess that makes you one of the highly skilled individuals now, doesn't it? Fresh off one of the best overall performances of his career back at the Asia Grand Prix, the Boston Mass doesn't seem to be showing any ill effects for his long trip over to the Far East. Sunday morning, a completely insane-looking Jose released some video from his latest chest workout as he prepares to hop right back on a plane and put a few more stamps on the passport for the Kuwait Pro this coming weekend. The Jose Raymond who hit the Olympia and Asia Grand Prix stages back-to-back is one of the remarkable talents we've ever seen take the stage in the 212 division. So if a better version of that guy shows up in Kuwait a few days from now, I think it means that everyone else in the lineup are just out there fighting for who gets second. You don't make it to the highest level in this game and not know what it means to train hard. But the athletes who learn how to train smart, well, those are the rare few who end up having long and successful careers. Despite doing his best to keep a low profile and stay way under the radar, recently some new videos surfaced of second-year superstar Cody Montgomery hammering out a late-night arm training session. My sources inside Team Montgomery tell me that he's making the decision to sit out the entire 17 season, and it's already paid off in spades because the level of quality muscle that this kid has packed on in the last year and change will be an absolute game changer once he's finally ready to roll out Cody 2.0 at some point next season. Even at 23 years old, Montgomery just seems to be one of those guys who understands exactly what needs to be done and exactly how to do it. And as of right now, we haven't gotten any indicator about when or where he'll end up competing next. But you can be absolutely certain that when he does, we'll get the best damn Cody Montgomery we've ever seen. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs. Make your mark. Check out ironmaglabs.com today. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to